Isn't it annoying to buy a product for 40 euros and then get your TikTok flooded by recommendations of dupes for a fraction of a price? For me, it's kinda annoying because I start doubting my consumer choices and I stop feeling so good about initial luxury purchase. Hi darlings, welcome to my channel and to my new beauty series Is It A Dupe, where we test luxury and drugstore products in real life to see if they are really decent alternatives or just a hype. And before we start testing, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you already did, then you can gently push notification bell, and then as YouTube promises us, you will get notifications about updates on my channel live. I post beauty videos weekly and I am happy to read what you think about today's subject: concealer Airbrush Flawless Blur by Tilbury and claimed dupe Maybelline Lifter Concealer. I applied a foundation, left my very prominent dark circles without any coverage, and let's start with the TikTok that made me question my life choices.
Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer sells for $36, comes in 34 shades, against Maybelline's Lifter Serum Concealer sells for $13.99, comes in 18 shades. The marketing in both of these say that they offer a natural finish, full coverage, and added hydration. The Charlotte.
And of course, I ran to drugstore to check because I bought this concealer about a week or two ago and I used it several times and I really loved the density of coverage. But the price, I think I paid around 40 euros, and I found this Lifter Maybelline in drugstore in BMI and in DM in Austria, and I'm looking forward to try it because I tried this in store and it was also quite thick and pigmented. On this side will be Tilbury and on left side will be Maybelline. For the clean experiment, I found pretty similar brushes. I have always had these iron deficiency eye circles and I don't have iron deficiency, unfortunately. It would be nice to just resolve it by taking vitamins. And Tilbury has pretty big sponge. I learned that you really don't need much of a product. I suggest we just apply a little bit in the corner of my eye, also here, and as you know, I usually cover with concealer my upper lid, and if we need more, in my experience this is enough. If we need more, we will add on as we usually do. I also bought this concealer because TikTok is a very dangerous play. My god, see, this concealer could cover governmental crimes. Come on. Like, yeah, it's not my first time using it, but I first time seeing it on camera. I think on camera it looks like it covers even more than in real life, so now I understand why watching a couple of TikToks was enough for me to buy this concealer. And since really my eye circles, my dark under eye circles are just perfect ground for testing of a full coverage concealer, I had to document. Is it flawless? Looks like it. It was not easy for me to find a shade. I was in several stores trying to find a shade for me. I stopped at 5 medium and 2 weeks ago it was a bit darker for me, but I thought, okay, maybe I got tint a little and it will be perfect, and I think right now it's a perfect. Hooray! We stop with my unexpensive part. and go to our budget alternative. We don't know if it's dupe. I presume I'll apply the same amount. Actually, I don't care if you need more amount of concealer to get the same density, but I don't have much experience with it, so maybe I will need more. And the brush is pretty similar. It is smaller. Still, it's an applicator, it's a sponge. You just use it to apply a small amount on your face. Okay, feels like it's less liquidy. See, the protection on the inside is quite tight, or maybe it's good. Okay, I put more smaller dots. It is creamier. I don't see any instructions about shaking it well. It's just a TikTok that claims it's a dupe, so it doesn't have to be a dupe to be a good alternative, you know? So we start with the inner corner per usual, and yesterday at the store I ran to the drugstore without taking my Airbrush concealer from Charlotte Tilbury to have the same shade, but I will put on the process of testing 3 shades. They had 20, 30 and 50 or 60, and I think 30 was the best. I think also that the packages, they look quite similar. Not of course the same, but you get this vibe. What do we think? We think the coverage is pretty decent, and of course we will be having a wear test. Right now it's 1:26. I think I can promise you 8 hours of wear test. I think it's pretty decent. We apply on the upper lid. Yes, it's creamier. The coverage seems to be pretty similar. Really? Okay. I don't see it on camera right now. And of course, maybe you will have different opinion from my experience. I see. So it's creasing a bit on Charlotte Tilbury side. I also will not use eyeshadows today. It will be just concealer, and I will have eye makeup like eye pencil, mascara, but I want to see magnitude of creasing, because Charlotte Tilbury promises not only full coverage but weightless full coverage, and that it's not going to crease much, which is quite decent expectation from something over 35 euros. So let me get closer to you. On right side Charlotte Tilbury, on left side Maybelline Lifter. We start at 13:31 and we finish in 8 hours. And let's go and see the specifications from the website, what we should expect after I apply the whole makeup. So it's almost half an hour after application. I'm filming another test and it will be posted, I think, next week. I think one of my favorite parts of every test is reading the political campaigns of the products. So we are on the website of Charlotte Tilbury, and we have on our European website also 34 shades. Mine is 5 medium, somewhere in between 4.5 and 5, but I went for 5 just in case I get tanned, and I think I was right. The price on the website is 38 euros. Okay, my hydrating full coverage concealer with elastic stretch and up to 24-hour creaseless wear. Ma'am, Miss Ma'am, but okay. We don't judge too much on upper lid. We judge more on lower lid, and I feel like I'm sounding mean, but I'm in my investigative mode. So I really like the product. I'm just like, really, when they write promises on the website, I'm a bit skeptical. I'm not negative, I'm just in Sherlock Holmes mode. The product details, it's very long. It's like medication side effect. This is on 48 people. beautiful. Up to 24-hour crease proof wear, we test for 8 hours. Water resistant, transfer resistant, sweat proof, humidity proof. Good call, because today is 27 degrees Celsius, quite warm, and I feel like my T-zone is getting oily. We tested today. Moisturizes up to 24 hours after one application. Doubles hydration after just 1 hour, so it should look more hydrated in an hour. Let's see. Reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. That's your call to judge. 24-hour oil and shine control. Reduces the appearance of pigmentation as it should. It's a concealer. And non-comedogenic. This I cannot tell you. I rarely get this comedogenic reaction on product if it's not SPF. A list of ingredients doesn't tell me much. I'm just a consumer. Use the Precision Micro Dot Tip for invisible blur coverage. Perfect for blemishes and dark circles. The TikTok lady, of course, I leave a link to her TikTok below. She said that there is some crazy new technology. The website example, beautiful before, flawless after right now. Kinda true, especially on the camera. So full coverage with elastic stretch. 98% agree skin feels hydrated. 96% agree it has undetectable real skin finish. 95% agree it gives you flawless, flawless looking skin. Tested on 309 people over 8 weeks. So the technology, girl, is powered by AirTag Longwear. Lightest air hydrates like skincare. Powder blur technology smooths and blurs the look of skin. Phyto Youth Essence helps reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles. Hyaluronic acid and squalane helps hydrate for up to 24 hours. That's fascinating. I feel like I read a paper on a concealer, like scientific paper, academic writing. And let's read about Maybelline Lifter Concealer. I hope it's not going to be as lengthy. I'm on the Maybelline website. Lifter Concealer is stated to be almost $14. In BPI it was $10.99. In DM it was €9.90, around €10. And they have less shades, should be around 18 and 20 shades. But honestly, I spent pretty much the same time trying to find the perfect shade in a store with Maybelline and with Charlotte Tilbury, because none of the shades fitted perfectly my skin. And even right now, I think you don't see much difference, though of course Maybelline is more yellow and lighter, but overall effect seems pretty much the same. So 38 shades, 20 shades. In both, I could not find perfect shade for me. Lifter Serum Concealer from Maybelline New York, made with 78% skin caring formula. The high performance creamy concealer is infused with a brightening serum formula to deliver hydrating full coverage that seamlessly blends into the skin. It effortlessly conceals dark circles, imperfections and blemishes, leaving you with a nature radiant complexion lifted look. Clinically tested to brighten the look of under eyes instantly and over time, powered by 2% peptide blend and caffeine, paired with other products in the Lifter family for nature lifted. Full coverage, brightening and hydrating power, seamless blend, lightweight feel, so light and skin-like you forget you very neat, natural finish, clinically tested to improve bare skin radiance after 2 weeks of daily use. So both Maybelline and Charlotte Tilbury are very heavy on skincare here, and I definitely understand why. The under eye skin is very fine, very sensitive, and if we apply concealers without any skincare separately or in the concealer, we can get more visible fine lines just because of dehydration. So I think the formulas both sound pretty solid, and what we are left with is just honest testing in real life, and they also have quite convincing side-by-side testing on the website. Not as strong as on Charlotte Tilbury, but I think both concealers are the strongest in coverage in drugstore and in luxury of what I have used with my more than 10 years of experience in being total makeup junkie. So that's all with the website specifications, and I see you actually in 30 minutes or less to check if my under eye circle on this side looks more hydrated, because they promised it. I think our first checkpoint for the concealers was right after application in 1:30. Right now it's 14:41, and let me show you closer. I am particularly interested in how the Charlotte Tilbury side looks like, because they promised even more hydration in an hour. It feels pretty much the same. I try my best to justify spend money on more expensive concealer, and maybe left side feels drier than right side, or maybe I subconsciously try to justify the price and how it looks like. That's for you to judge, and I see you in a couple of hours after filming a cooking video in 28 degrees Celsius. It's going to be hot and very good to check the promises of staying in place and being sweat-proof, waterproof, whatever proof. See you in a couple of hours. 4:30, and we do check-in point for concealers. And what do you think? I think so far they behave pretty similarly, and okay, more creasing on Maybelline side than on Charlotte Tilbury. Okay. It's 7 p.m. I'm filming cooking video, and let's check our concealer situation. I'm near window because there is natural light, and Charlotte Tilbury and Maybelline. From a distance I see that Maybelline goes into creases, and should we blend it and see if it creases again? But Charlotte, okay. It was a lot of text about the technical definition of the components in Charlotte Tilbury, but now it kind of makes sense. How many hours it is? It's like, I guess it's 6 hours almost. See you for 8 hours. Check and conclusion. Our last checkpoint for the concealers. On the right side is Charlotte Tilbury, on the left side is Lifter by Maybelline, and it's 10 p.m. More than 8 hours of wear test, and let's see closer. So here, I don't see much creasing. There is crease on upper lid, but it was in the beginning, and as I guess I said, it's not a problem because usually I fix it with my eyeshadows or powder. I would say 10 out of 10 because the day was long, I was cooking, it was hot weather, and oh my god. On the left side, I see creasing, but much less than with other Maybelline concealers. Like this one is very popular and it creases so much it needs fixing with powder or fixing spray. This is without any fixing spray, and for a budget version it's really good concealer, but it totally is worth spending money on Charlotte Tilbury, especially if we think about how much product do we need. 11 milliliters in Maybelline and 8.3 grams in Charlotte Tilbury. Different measurements, units, but I think they're pretty similar in the quantity of a product. Maybe Charlotte even even more in the volume, and makes sense to put more money in concealer that you will use for long. I don't know how does it behave if you use it for half a year and it gets creamier, but in the beginning of the journey, Charlotte wins. Is it a dupe? Yeah. If we look at the price points, of course, they are comparable, but it's not the same quality as we see in the wear test, though they look pretty similar when you just apply. And the textures are a bit different. This Maybelline is creamier and more liquidy Charlotte, but the density of the coverage for Charlotte is not less, even with more liquidy texture. A lot of technical description of the product on the website and not for nothing, because it's really cool, and I'd say it's the best concealer I ever used. Thank you so much for watching and staying with me for this dupe test. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the result. If you tried the product, what was your experience? I'm curious. Don't forget to like if you like the video, and subscribe and notch notification button to get notifications when new videos are up on my channel. I will leave, of course, a playlist with beauty stuff somewhere here for you to watch next. I will see you very soon in the next one. Stay hydrated, stay loved.